Hello, beautiful people. Today I wanted to talk about patience. Now, if there was one clear message from COVID-19, it was a message to the people of this beautiful planet that we need to be patient, that we need to learn the art of patience. God and Spirit have perfect timing. They're never early, they're never late. It takes a little patience and it takes a lot of faith, but it's worth the wait. The world stood still for 4 months. And now as it starts to open up, finally these people who have been impatient have got their lives back. Or have they? Well, I'm not so sure. Although it was a great lesson in patience, I actually, looking around, see people who are desperate to get on with the world, desperate to start their business, desperate to make money again, desperate to get their lives back on track, to make up for that lost time. But when we really analyse it, what is lost time? And what were they waiting for? And in all honesty, does money make the world go round? It might keep our lives going, but I don't believe money makes the world go round at all. What the people who spent the whole of COVID-19 chasing their tails and missing in their lives is that connection with the heart, that connection with love. Because if you have that connection with the heart, if you trust in spirit, if you trust in life, if you trust that time is merely a human invention and something that, well, doesn't really exist, then all you have is that connection with Spirit, with God, and with love, and with our hearts. And you realise that you don't need time to be with your family. You don't need time to be with the people you love. You don't need time to love yourself. Yes, you might need patience. But time is irrelevant. It's just a factor. That's just the tick-tock that goes off in front of us. Tick-tock, tick-tock. But it's not real. It's not real because we are always in the now. It's not real because in 10 minutes' time, that will still be now. And yes, of course, people often live in the future. They're desperate for their holidays. They're desperate to do that thing that they've been planning on doing. They're desperate to be in that other place. But these are people who've never learned the art of patience. These are people who've never learned the art of living constantly in their heart. And they're missing out on a very beautiful thing. The most beautiful and present and inspiring and monumental and grandioso thing in the whole planet. Because patience isn't about waiting. Patience is about trusting the process. Knowing that your time is coming. Knowing that your time is already here. It's allowing. And a man or a woman who masters patience has mastered pretty much everything in life. Because it means they're content. It means that in that present moment that they're not waiting for the next thing to happen. They're just allowing life to be. And patience can achieve so much more than force. It's a conquering virtue, as Geoffrey Chaucer said. And some people like to get mad. And patience is learning to understand. It's not learning to ponder. It's learning to know. And it's the greatest companion of wisdom because, essentially, it is wisdom. Patience comes from that wisdom of understanding the universe, of understanding that bigger picture. Of knowing that love isn't a wave which comes every 10 or 11 seconds, that it's the whole ocean. And it's always there and we can always swim in it. And it was Ralph Waldo Emerson who said, patience and fortitude conquer all things. And he's right, because with love and patience, literally nothing is impossible. To lose patience is to lose the battle. It's the key to contentment because it always attracts happiness. And I don't know about you, but I get the feeling right now that the world is still waiting for something to happen, that there's a sense of incompleteness about COVID-19. It arrived and then a lot of people just wanted to get it out of the way so they can move back on with their lives. But actually, because it's still there, lurking, and not even in the background, in some countries it's starting to emerge again. And people are thinking, oh my goodness, what next? And I really get the sense that people are anticipating something even bigger, not necessarily with this virus, but with something else. It really is as if the world has got another surprise waiting to show us, and we don't know what it is yet. And that's why everyone is looking around tentatively. They're thinking, what's coming next? They're looking over their shoulders and wondering what spirit or what the earth, what God has got in store for us. And it's that unknownness that makes people really uneasy. And yes, of course, astrology is telling us right now there's a lot of planets in retrograde, so people are struggling to connect with their hearts because their mind pulls them back. A lot of people who are stuck in their minds get their heart also just pulling them back every now and again, trying to center them and say, look, here's love, live in this, don't get stuck in your mind. And so we all find ourselves in this tug of war between the mind and the heart. And while there's moments of great beauty, there's also moments of great questioning. Who I am, what am I doing here, what's happening with the world, why is everything so unpredictable right now? And you know what? Unpredictability is beauty. If you live in your heart, unpredictability is not scary in any way, shape or form. If you live with courage, then there is nothing to fear about the world. Even the worst case scenario, which is you lose people you love or you even lose yourself in this lifetime. Is that really so scary? It's only because for a lot of people that is the unknown. Well, for all of us, I guess it's the unknown because we don't all know what exactly would happen when we die. But why should we spend our entire life worrying about dying? Why should we spend our entire life worrying about the next stage in our evolution? If there's something there, then isn't that beautiful? A new world to look forward to, a new existence, perhaps an existence that we came from. And if there's nothing, which I'm sure there isn't, but if there is nothing, then we won't even know about it anyway. So is it really so bad? But I guess patience is very much connected with this non-existent phenomenon that we call time. Because those people who live in the future, who live in anticipation of the next thing, the holiday, the next job, the next pay packet, the next time they see somebody, those people are living in the future, and that's just an inability to connect with the present. And so patience actually has this very strange connection with time. And ultimately everything always seems to come back to one thing, that we stay present and that we stay in a place of love. And if you can really connect with that fourth chakra, that heart chakra, then you know that you're always in that place of love and you're not desperate for the next thing to happen. So don't worry about whatever it is that's coming. Honestly, keep meditating, keep coming from that heart space, keep staying in that meditative state in life, keep breathing, keep connecting with your spine, moving up and down. And you have nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, because you're always in that place of divinity. You're always in that space of God, that God space where everything is beautiful. And yes, in that heart space, our hearts can break every day, almost every moment. But what we learn to do is keep coming back there and remembering the beauty, whatever it is we've lost, remembering the beauty of ourselves, remembering the beauty of that moment, observing, looking at the trees, looking at the flowers, looking at nature. And yes, in that heart space, because you fall in love with everything, the butterflies, the trees, the flowers, the people, everyone you meet is someone you fall in love with. The earth is absolutely divine. It's just utter beauty, and we're constantly in that state of love. If anything dies or anything moves on or transcends to the next world, then of course our heart breaks in a small way. But if we're always in that space, then we forgive, we have gratitude, we have love, and we fall in love again with everything. So it's a constant state of love. Whereas if we're out of that space and we start analysing it with our mind, then all these conspiracy theories start to emerge and life becomes confusing. We try to justify things from a human level and we start questioning things and asking, why? Why is my life not better? Why am I not at the next place already? Why do people believe in this crazy thing called God? Why have I not been promoted? Why are there still no flights? Why is my holiday being cancelled? When the truth is, we're always on holiday. We're always in a place of love. We're always with people we love. There's nowhere we need to be. The place we're in right now is the perfect place. There's no mistakes. Every single thing to the most meticulous detail is absolutely as it's meant to be. And if we're patient, this means we're present. And if we're present, it means we're here. And if we're here, this is the perfect place to be for us right now. You're meant to be listening to this recording in this moment. That bird that's just tweeted in the tree is meant to have done that. The plane that's going above me is meant to be flying above me. And we're not meant to know about what the next thing that's going to happen is going to happen, because if we did, life would become very predictable and life would be boring. and it would not be a school for learning. So carry on being yourselves, carry on coming from that heart space, carry on being in that place of love, and carry on living in the present so you can have patience for the world and what's going to come next. We don't know what it is, but I'm so sure that if you're living in a space of the heart, it's going to be beautiful. Thank you everybody for listening. Have an absolutely beautiful day. Love and peace. Peter. Namaste.